Good evening, children. Today, I am going to explain about human eye and colorful world. Fifth lesson. So, the lesson is human eye and colorful world. We know very well, children, eye plays the major role in our body because of it is very sensitive organ. Without eye, we can't see anything. We have missed the beautiful world. So that's why eye is an important sense organ. It is works on the principle of sensation of vision. Sensation of vision. The eye works on the principle of sensation of vision. We can see whole the object through the eye. Without eye, we can't imagine the world. So the eye forms a virtual image. It is impossible because eye forms a real image and inverted. And not only that, we can see the object very clearly. When we see the object very clearly, so that person is very healthy person. Because the eye forms a real image inverted. And so the eye contents of a retina, the retina plays a major role because when we see the object, the light rays comes from the object and falls on retina, we can see the object. So the rays is before the retina and behind the retina, beyond the retina, behind the retina. So we can't see the object clearly. So here, let me see one activity. Activity 1. It is least distance of distinct vision. Least distance of distinct vision. Least distance of distinct vision. Take a textbook, hold with your hand. For example, see like this, children. Hold the textbook with your hand and bring the textbook towards your eyes like this, very closely. Try to read the content which are present in the textbook until you read you clearly read the content, and try to bring the textbook is very close to your eyes without strain. Observe that, are you without strain, are you reading the text or not? Observe that here. And finally, the book is keep away from your eyes and observe that at what distance you have to read the content is very clearly without strain of your eyes. Bring the textbook closely and observe that if your eye is getting any pain, any strain, and the text is appears clearly or not. If it not appear clearly, then keep the book away from your eyes like this. And at what distance how to read the content is clearly. That is least distance of distinct vision. At what distance you have to read the content is clearly, or the minimum distance we can read the content clearly. That is called least distance of distinct vision. But it is changed from person to person, children. This distance is changed from person to person. A good hand health person, least distance of distinct vision is 25 centimeters. 25 centimeter. It is not a constant value. This value change from person to person, children. Least distance of distinct vision, the minimum distance, and we can see the object, and we can read the text, and we can see the text, context. So that is distance is called least distance of distinct vision. At a minimum distance, we can read the content without straining of our eyes. That is called least distance of distinct vision. So a good hand health person, least distance of distinct vision is 25 centimeter. It is changed from person to person. For example, a youngest people. So their least distance of distinct vision is very less because of their eye muscles are very strong. They sustain more. Their muscles are very strong. Eye muscles are very strong. Due to that, they sustain more. That's why their least distance of distinct vision is 7 to 8 centimeters. 7 to 8 centimeter. Youngest people. The youngest people, least distance of distinct vision is 7 to 8 centimeters. Because of their eye muscles are very strong, due to that they can open very broadly. Their eye muscles are sustained more. So due to that, they can see the least distance of distinct vision very less. And for example, the old people, the oldest people, their eye muscles are very weak. They can't sustain more. So that's why their least distance of distinct vision is being more. That is 1 meter to 2 meters. 1 meter to 2 meters. Once again, children, eye is an important sense organ. Without eye, we can't imagine the world. It is works on the principle of sensation of vision. Eye can form a real image inverted. So, can we see the whole object with our eye? Some of the people wear the spectacles is contents of the lens. And why we can see the colors? So these are all the questions are arose in our mind. To overcome all these questions, let me forward of the content in the lesson. So before that, first we are going to least distance of distinct vision activity 1. So take a textbook and keep the textbook in your hand and bring the textbook towards your eye. Try to read the content which are present in the textbook. So if the book is very close to our eye is getting strained and are getting pain. We can't read the content properly. Keep away the book from your eye gradually, slowly. And at what distance you have to read the content is very clearly. That is your least distance of distinct vision. A good hand health person least distance of distinct vision is 25 centimeters. But it is not a constant to all the people. It will change from person to person. If the youngest people, those are age 10 to 12, their eye muscles are so strong. They sustain more. So their least distance of distinct vision shift to very low, that is 7 to 8 centimeter. And the old age people, their eye muscles are so weak. They can't sustain more. So due to that, their least distance of distinct vision is increases very more. That is 1 meter to 2 meter. So can we see the whole object with our eye? Let me see one more activity. There is activity 2. Can we see the whole object or not? Let me see now. So here, just you collect a wood pieces, or otherwise just you collect a cloth roller sticks. They may cut into 10 centimeter, 20 centimeter, 30 centimeter, 40 centimeter pieces. And those pieces is fixed to the stand. It is a horizontal stand and fixed to the horizontal stand. And then you stand beside of the stand and observe the whole stick, which is appears whole or not in your eye. For example, first you have to fix the 10 centimeter of stick. 10 centimeter. And stand beside of the stand. And like this, you have to observe the whole stick. The stick is completely visible or not. If it is not visible, adjust the lens until you see the complete image. So like the 10 centimeter, 20 centimeter, 30 centimeter stick is fixed to the horizontal stand. And observe that the stick will completely appears or not. If it's not completely appears, then you adjust the stick until you get the image, until you see the complete image. So when it is happen, when we will see the complete image with our eye. So let me see here one more here. Just we do this. Now here one person will be there here. So this is activity. Now, can we see the whole object or not? Let me see here. Here the CD will be there here. This CD is we have to completely, we are able to see all this object we can see with our eye. It is completely visible to us. At the same time, AB also, the AB also we can completely see with our eye. But coming to the EF we can see only the little part, that is here, this part only we can see. This extremes end we can't see, children. What are the ends are this extremes end we can't see it is. Because the angle of vision is increases more than 60 degrees. So here CD we can completely, whole object we can see. AB also we can see completely. But EF, in the EF we can see only the little part. This part only we can completely see. This extremes end we can't see because our angle of vision is increases more than 60 degrees. If the angle of vision below 60 degrees, angle of vision below 60 degrees, we can see the whole object. But angle of vision above 60 degrees, we can't see whole the object. Then we can adjust our focal length of eye. We can adjust our focal length of eye. So according to adjust the focal length, we can see the whole object. The focal length is exchange. We have to adjust the focal length. So due to that here, the angle of vision is shifted to below 60 degrees. We can see the whole complete object. A good hand health person, his angle of vision is 60 degrees. A good health person angle of vision is 60 degrees. What is mean by angle of vision? Angle of vision means what? Angle of vision. Angle of vision means the maximum we can see the whole object. The maximum we can see whole the object, that is called angle of vision. Angle of vision is the maximum able to see whole object. The maximum we can see whole object completely, that is called angle of vision. The maximum angle at which we can see whole object. The maximum angle at which we can see whole object, that is called angle of vision. Means at which angle we can see the whole object, that is called angle of vision. So I already told you, the angle of vision below 60 degrees we can see whole object, but above 60 degrees we can't see whole object. That's why the maximum angle at which we can see whole object is called angle of vision. A good hand health person angle of vision is 60 degrees. 60 degrees. And the maximum, and if you not see the whole object, we can adjust our focal length of eye. Let me see here now. So our eye, the eye forms a real image. It is inverted. So our eye is consist of 125 billion receptors will be there. Every receptors are given, every receptors are play the major role and they given their contribution. And these receptors are interpret the message and passes through the brain. Now, eye forms a real image and inverted. So eye consists of many of the receptors will be there. Every receptors is give their contribution. So that message, that information is passes through the nerves, optic nerves. So that nerves is the nerves is transfer the information to the brain. So maximum and minimum maximum and minimum focal length of eyelids. Maximum and minimum focal length of eyelids. So here this is eyelids. It is retina. The distance between eyelids to retina, this distance, the distance between eyelids to retina, 2.5 centimeters. The distance between eyelids to retina is 2.5 centimeter. The distance between eyelids to it is retina, it is 2.5. If when we see the any object, the rays comes from the object and enter into our eye. Our eye lens are gets refract the rays and the refracted rays is falls on retina. Then we can see the object clearly. If the refracted rays is falls before the retina or behind the retina, we can't see all the things which is near and far. So that's why we must and should make the eye, the image falls on retina. So for that we can adjust the focal length of eyelids. So the maximum and minimum focal length of eyelids. So that means the distance from eyelids to retina is 2.5 centimeters. Let me find the maximum focal length of eyelids still. Very most important. Maximum and minimum focal length of eyelids. So first one we have to find the maximum focal length of eyelids. All I told you. So the distance from eyelids to retina is 2.5 centimeter. So for example, just imagine that here a parallel rays comes from the infinity. A parallel rays comes from the infinity and passes through the eyelids. Their image forms on retina. Let you see here. This is first of all. So here. Now, a race comes from the infinity. The parallel race comes from the infinity. Means the object is here at infinity. Means the parallel rays comes from the infinity and passes through the eye lens. They are converged on the retina. Means the image is formed on retina. So here the distance between from eye lens to retina, this is 2.5 centimeter. The maximum focal length of eye lens is 2.5 centimeter. Let me find now. Let me identify. Let me find it is how it will be 2.5. So already the object distance, object is at infinity. The object placed at infinity means we can't identify the particular place. We can't identify the exact place. Object at infinity. So the parallel rays comes from the object and passes through the eye lens. They converge on the retina. Means we can see the image forms on retina. We can see the object very clearly. So here object, already we know that object distance is denoted by u. Object distance u equals to, object is at infinity. Object placed at infinity. So it is object, it is placed at infinity. Already object distance is negative. Every time object distance is negative, according to sign convention rule, u value should be is infinity. And object distance is at infinity. And image distance, that is V equals to, where the image is formed, the image forms on retina here. That means eye lens to retina. What is the distance between eye lens to retina, children? 2.5 centimeter. Let me find the focal length of eye lens. Focal length F equals to how much? These are the values. So once again, now we have to find the maximum focal length of eye lens. Now see the diagram, very most important. Object at infinity, because there is no particular place here object. So object at infinity, then the parallel rays comes from the object, passes through the lens, and they are converged on the retina. The distance from eye lens to retina is 2.5 centimeter. Then the image is formed clearly, because these all the rays are converged on retina, means the image appears very clearly. Now, according to this figure, object at infinity, don't forget it is object at infinity. So then parallel rays comes from the object, passes through the lens and get refract and converged on retina, means the image is formed on retina. It is a real image. Let me find the what is the maximum focal length of eye lens. So here object distance u equals to infinity, it is minus, because object distance always minus. Image distance, image is we can denoted by v. V is equal to 2.5 centimeter, because the image is formed on retina. Lens distance from lens to retina is 2.5 centimeter. What is the focal length? According to lens formula. According to lens formula, let me see now lens formula. According to lens formula, 1 by f equals to 1 by v minus 1 by u. It is the lens formula. Understood, children? Lens formula 1 by f equals to 1 by v minus 1 by u. It is very similar to the mirror formula. But mirror formula is 1 by f is equal to 1 by u plus 1 by v. So lens formula 1 by f equals to 1 by v minus 1 by u. So what are the values of here? These are substitute in the formula. 1 by f equals to 1 by v. V means here 2.5 minus 1 by u means here minus infinity. So then 1 by f equals to 1 by 2.5 and minus minus is plus 1 by infinity means is 0. So now 1 by f equals to 1 by 2.5. 1 by something 0 is 0. There is equals to 1 by f equals to 1 by 2.5. Then f equals to 2.5. It is the maximum focal length of it. Maximum focal length of islands 2.5 centimeters. Or understood children, see this. Object distance is infinity, image distance is 2.5 centimeter, focal length we have to find. According to Lenz's formula, 1 by f equals to 1 by v minus 1 by u. 1 by f equals to 1 by v means 2.5 minus 1 by u means minus infinity. So 1 by f equals to 1 by 2.5 minus and minus here plus 1 by 0. Sorry, 1 by infinity. So 1 by f equals to 1 by 2.5, something by infinity means 0. So then 1 by f equals to 1 by 2.5, then f is equal to 2.5 centimeter. It is maximum focal length of eye lens is 2.5 centimeter. Keep it in mind. It will come 1 mark or 2 marks question. They will ask, what is the maximum focal length of eye lens and minimum focal length of eye lens? Maximum is how much? 2.5 centimeter. The maximum focal length of eye lens is 2.5 centimeter. Why it is 2.5 centimeter? Because every image is falls on retina. The distance from eye lens to retina is 2.5 centimeter. When the refractor rays is falls on retina, we can see the object is very clearly. It is the maximum focal length of eye lens. Next one. Next here, minimum focal length of eye lens. Let me find the minimum focal length of eye lens. Minimum, not maximum here. Minimum focal length of eye lens. So in before the maximum focal length of eye lens, object at infinity. Now the minimum focal length of eye lens when the object is placed between infinity and the least distance of distinct vision. So the object is placed in between infinity and least distance of distinct vision. Now here, when the rays comes from the object, now here object is at least distance of distinct vision, and when the rays comes from the least distance of distinct vision and passes through the eye lens and they are converged on the retina. Let me find the minimum focal length of eye lens. Same way here, object distance is the least distance of distinct vision. The object is placed on L. Means here, object at 25, distance is 25 centimeter. Already we know that least distance of distinct vision is 25 centimeter. Means object at L. So now, object distance U equals to minus 25 centimeter, because L is given. L means least distance of distinct divisor, means object is placed here. The distance is 25 centimeter. Now image distance. Image distance is V equals to, the image is false on retina. That means 2.5 centimeter. Because ilex to retina is 2.5 centimeter. Find the focal length. Focal length F equals to. Now same according to lens formula. According to lens formula, children, 1 by F equals to 1 by V minus 1 by U. So now 1 by F equals to 1 by V means 2.5 centimeters, and minus 1 by U means minus 25. 1 by F equals to 1 by 2.5 minus and minus plus 1 by 25. And cancels the point here. 1 by F equals to. So here one number, very simple. Here one number after point will be there, children, and you make it 10 by 25. Because when we cancel the point, so then 0, keep it upon the 0 is 1. So just cut it the point and keep the 0 on 1. So 1 by 2.5. Here one number after point will be there. Then keep the 0 beside of 1. Now it is makes a 10 by 25 plus 1 by 25. Take the LCM. 1 by F equals to, take the LCM. LCM is 25. 25 ones are 25. 1 into 10. 10 plus 25 ones are 25. 1 ones are 1. 1 by F equals to 11 by 25. Then F equals to inverse of it is 25 by 11. That equals to 2.27 centimeter. Least distance, minimum focal length of eye lens is 2.27 centimeter. Minimum focal length of eye lens is 2.27 centimeter. Means we have to adjust the focal length between 2.5 to 2.27. That is the minimum focal length of eye lens. Maximum focal length of eye lens how much, Amma? Maximum focal length of eye lens is 2.5 centimeter and minimum focal length of eye lens is 2.27 centimeters. So this is the maximum minimum focal length of eye lens. How we can find it? This is the process, very most important for 4 marks. So it is a very most important, and practice well these two. And everywhere here, when we if the rays, if these are the refracted rays are, for example, the refracted rays are not false on retina. They are false before the retina or behind the retina. What happens? So if they are false before the retina and behind the retina, we can adjust the focal length, makes the image to false on retina. If you fall the image before the retina and behind the retina, so we can face the eye disease, eye problems. So mainly the eye problems are mainly here. If the refractor rays are false before the retina, so we have to face the myopia. So if the refractor rays are converged behind the retina like this, if these rays are converged here, this type of disease is called hypermetropia. Myopia and hypermetropia. Myopia and hypermetropia. Myopia, hypermetropia. So when the refractor rays are, so for example, see these children. So this is if these are, see, it is between myopia and least distance of distinct division, for example. So here, see children, all the rays are converged at the point. So this is the retina. Retina. So means refractor rays are converged before the retina. So due to this, we can't see the far objects. This is because of, see, all the refractor rays are converged before the retina. That's why we can see only the near objects. That is called myopia. Myopia. The people who can suffer with myopia, they can see only the near objects. They can't see the far objects because the refractor rays are converged before the retina. Before the retina. They are converged before the retina. Due to that, we can see the near objects only, we can't see the far objects. This type of disease is called myopia. The people who can suffer with myopia, they can see the near objects because the refractor rays are converged before the retina. Before the retina. So for this remedy, we have to use the biconvex lens. Okay. So the people who are suffering with myopia, they can see only the near objects. They can't see the far objects. And the remedy. So which remedy we have to use? If the people suffer with myopia, they can see the near object, they can't see the far object. So now the images we have to make to bring to fall on retina. The images brings to falls on retina. So for that, we can use the biconvex lens, the remedy. By using a biconvex lens, then these image brings this image to falls on retina. Then we can see the whole objects, near and far. The people who are suffering with myopia, they can see near object because of the refractor rays are converged before the retina. That's why they can see near object. They can't see far object. So what is the remedy? Using a remedy by use of biconvex lens. Biconvex lens. So by using a biconvex lens, you have to bring the image to falls on retina. So due to that, what happens, Amma? So then this image is directly falls on retina. So now by using a biconvex lens, so the rays are comes from the object and strike to the lens, and they get refract. This refractor rays again is undergoes the refraction, and then these rays are converged on the retina. By using a biconvex lens, we can bring the image to falls on retina. So that's why myopia means the people who can suffer with myopia, they can see near object, they can't see far object. What is the remedy in this? By using a biconvex lens, brings these rays to fall on retina. Then we can see the whole object. So children, this is the topic today's. So be careful. So do practice well at home. And don't skip the classes because of many of the students we have to see here. Many of the students not participate in the class. That is not fair at all. You have to completely involve the class. So completely join the links, and every class is very precious. So everybody, it is keep it in mind. Please attend the classes. Now my class is winding. The next class in the be ready for that.